everybody. Kelly Acheson at AStampAbove.com coming to you from Sarasota, Florida. God darn it, you guys. I don't know why my screen is sideways. I'm going to have to fix that, but there's no easy way to do that. So give me just a second here to figure out what I'm going to do. Hang on. God, it's always something, isn't it? I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. I see all the comments coming in. Let's just see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna skip my ads. I'm sideways. Doggone it. Well, you know what's gonna happen here tonight? We're gonna do this show. I don't know why that happens, you guys. Like, oh my gosh. Urgh. How's everybody doing? I see. Oh, Trisha's been catching up on Stamp Happy Lives. We've got Heather from windy, chilly Wisconsin. Ingrid from Utah. Welcome. I saw somebody was driving home from St. Louis to Oklahoma. So they're watching. Don't worry, they're not driving. Their husband's driving. We got Julie from South Dakota. Cheryl was working on her kickoff party. Woohoo! We got South Dakota in the house, Oregon, West Virginia, California, Pennsylvania. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. What did we do? Oh, we went to the beach. We went to the beach and there was a snowman dressed up like a leprechaun and it was made out of sand. So that was really fun. Stephanie and I, my stepdaughter Stephanie is here and we hit the beach. Steph, come here. You can say hi. We're not weird like that.
Hi.
This is my Stephanie.
My nose is burnt.
She's my oldest stepdaughter. Her and her husband Lee are here, and she got sunburned really bad. My cheeks were super red, but she got sunburned really bad. She's my lead singer in the band. You guys know I've shared her videos before. Oh, love listening to her sing. And they've been here for a week. They're headed out tomorrow.
Yep.
So
9 o'clock.
See, everybody loves meeting you. There you go.
Well, hello, everybody. Have a good class.
Thanks, Steph.
See ya.
So, yeah, Stephanie, it looks like you guys are having a blast. You have a lovely voice. Yeah, Debbie knows. She's listened to your videos. I don't know what we're going to do when we turn this phone, you guys. My whole video is going to be tall instead of wide, which is, I don't know, maybe I'll turn it sideways and we can just work from there. I don't know. This does not give me. This is portrait mode, and I always like landscape mode, like a TV, right? Oh, Kathy said she was in Sarasota last week. The screen is weird, Michelle. When I went to turn my live on, I flipped my phone, but something happened. It didn't switch. So, and I can't shut this down because if I do, it will be all goofy. So when I turn my phone, well, it's not going to matter because my screen is really small. I don't know what happened, you guys. And technology, right? Joni says her daughter-in-law's name is Stephanie. Hi, Kathy and Mary Ellen from Montana. And is Haley on here? I missed her coming in. Her video, she's got 2 videos. I shared one with you. It was all about Val and how Val can be rather challenging, but she is just always the life of the party. So super, super fun. Sandra said to shake your phone. Yeah, I tried that, Sandra. Thank you. And I'm happy to see you on here. I've missed you. I did shake my phone. I tipped it. I did everything and it wouldn't move. So I thought maybe it would just go the right way, but it didn't. So things are going to be a little different tonight. I'll try to pay special attention to make sure that I stay in this screen. Let's get down to some business, huh? I have no John report because John is in Menasha, Wisconsin, and Kelly is in Sarasota, Florida. I have no Randy and Lucy report because they left, so they're gone. Oh, what can I tell you? Bill's been coming down here and chatting with us. He lives upstairs. He's nice. They're from Minnesota, so he's been coming down and chatting with us, but I don't really have any big report for him either. We had a great week of weather, except today. Today is kind of chilly. Today has been cold, and we've been inside all day long, and but the rest of the week was really nice and sunny and beautiful. We went shopping, we went out to eat, we went to the beach, and we went to the pool, and mostly Stephanie and Lee have been enjoying relaxing a little bit because they run a business, and you guys know that usually when you run a business, it's pretty high stress and you are constantly working. So they have enjoyed. Steph's been reading her book. Lee's been watching the football game. So I'm glad they got to come down and relax. We have Stephanie and Lee are headed to the airport tomorrow to fly back to Wisconsin. Molly and Anna are coming in on Wednesday. So that's going to be exciting. And when they come in on Wednesday, Marcia, who lives north of here, has invited us over, and we're going to go out for lunch on a boat ride to someplace for lunch. So that's going to be really fun. Molly is going to get a great introduction into Sarasota, right? Into Florida. She FaceTimed me today a couple times, and she showed me everything packed in her suitcase. She's wearing her sunglasses. She's ready to rock. She's so darn excited. It's adorable. I'm just watching the comments come in. Somebody said they love Yellowstone, and this shirt is actually Yellowstone National Park. The show is very good also, but I got this when Steve and I went out there a couple years ago, and it's one of my favorite t-shirts. I love to wear this. So yeah, we've had a great week. It's been super fun. And I feel like you guys are way up there, but you are, because usually I'm looking at you like this, and now I'm looking at you like that. We have some great projects tonight. I'm excited to be sharing them with you. Before we get started, I'm just looking through my notes here. Oh, I have to tell you something really important. I have a new blog. Now, it is operational, and I just barely started making the blog post for the projects we're gonna make tonight. And I can't guarantee you anything because I'm not really sure how to use it. Like, I don't know how to do it. But when we get done here, I'm gonna work on that. I might not get the blog post done until tomorrow though. So I just wanna let you guys know that. It's given me a little bit of a challenge, just even starting to get the blog post ready. I usually like to have mostly all of my blog posts done, and then I take my photographs when we're finished here, edit them, upload the video, and we go from there. But I don't know how successful I'm going to be tonight. Don't worry. I have a guy, and if I have questions, he'll be able to answer all of them tomorrow. And I did do a setup session with him via a Zoom, and I recorded the entire thing so that I can go back and look at stuff that he told me, because I can't remember anything, right? So it might take me a little extra time. I just want to let you know that the link for my new blog for this specific post is in the comments under this video. So when we get done, there's some information under the video. Right now on my iPad screen, it says, whoops, I don't want to touch it. It says more right there. And when you click on that, it opens up more information. The link to my new blog is on there. And once I get it rolling, you guys, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to it and get familiar with it, because this is where I post the pictures. You'll see still pictures. You will see ingredient lists, what color ink, paper, what colored markers did I use. It's filled with fantastic information, because if you're like, oh, I really like what she made last Sunday, I want to make it, you can go back to my blog and scroll down until you see the projects that you're liking, and you can rewatch the video. You can fast forward it. So there you go. Open settings and go to display and brightness. Scroll. Oh, somebody's answering a question. Thank you very much. D is answering questions for people. Will your old blog still be available? Well, here's the good thing, Tina. My old blog is still operational right now, but everything that was on my old blog is now on my new blog. It's just in a little bit nicer format, because for each blog post, instead of scrolling through all the things, you see one picture, and then it says you can click on see more to open it up. And then on that main screen, you'll see a bunch of pictures, and you can click on open more next to them to open up and see the whole blog post. So it's going to be really nice. I think you guys are going to really like this format, and I apologize if I'm looking in the wrong place. My camera is usually right there, but because my phone is goofy tonight, it's way up here, and I would have to look way up there to be looking at you. So I apologize for that. But anyways, I have a new blog. While you're here with me, please click on the like button. There's a thumbs up button. Please give me a thumbs up. We right now have 392 people on here watching. We only have 5 thumbs up. So give me a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. Oh, I'm sorry, there's 109 thumbs up. That really helps me out in the analytics for YouTube for people to be able to find my video, to have it pop up when they're doing searches. Ooh, look at those thumbs up. They're just going, 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 going. Thank you so much. Also, share my video. On your screen right now, there's a share button. And if I look at my iPad that I have right here, oops, that share button is right here. You click on that share button and just share it. That really helps me too. I appreciate that. All the help I can get. We have prizes to give away from last week. I'm excited to be able to do that. Now, there are 3 ways that you can win prizes with me. One way is, Anne says, please send warm weather back home. Anne, I have been trying my hardest to get that accomplished. And as much as I'd like to say I have some magical powers, I don't. I heard it's kind of pretty icky there. You guys are supposed to have some 40s this week though, right? I think so. And in Wisconsin, you never know what's going to happen with the weather. It's crazy. In order to get recognized to be in the drawing for prizes, you have to comment here. No matter what you say, you can just say hello, you can say hi from North Dakota, you can say whatever you would like. But just make sure you leave a comment so you get entered in the prize. Next week, I'll be drawing for the people who commented tonight. And last week, the person who's going to win these beautiful embellishments and also the gorgeous textured 12 by 12 shimmer paper. I have a 1/4 pack of it here. I'm going to send both of these out to Rose Bell. Rose, I hope you're watching and congratulations, you're a winner. Dee says to fix the orientation of your phone, you have to go to landscape mode. Well, Dee, right now when I'm live on YouTube, I can't go away from the screen that I'm on or it will shut me down. So there's not anything I can do about it right now. And there was a glitch at the beginning, it just didn't work. So just know that I tried and it wouldn't work. Okay, but thank you, I appreciate it. Rose, winner, winner, chicken dinner. You're gonna get these in the mail. Let me set those over there so I don't lose track of them. Now, you also get entered in a prize drawing for sharing this post. Click on that share button. It should be on the bottom of your screen and share my video. I always appreciate that. Also, when you're out on Facebook and you see me say I'm going to be live tonight, if you could share that, that really helps me too. I have the Playful Pets Trim Combo Pack. Oh, I love this red ribbon and black and white baker's twine, right? I'm also going to be giving away a Sunshine and Rainbows 6x6 Designer Series paper. Thanks, Terry says you look just as good in portrait. Thank you. I so appreciate it. This is going out to Judy Parker of Kingsland, Georgia. Judy, if you're watching, you're gonna have some happy mail coming your way. Congratulations. Now, there's a third way to win a prize from me, and that third way is to place an order. Everybody who's placed orders between my last live and tonight's live, I have entered in a drawing. I've got a pack of the beautiful black and white Designer Series. Let's see if I can flip this. There we go. Black and white Designer Series paper, and also the Host exclusive Scenic Garden stamp set. And the big winner of that is Carol Elston of Edmond, Oklahoma. You're gonna get some happy mail too, woohoo! So, congratulations to all my winners, you guys. Now, I was just gonna review, if you happened to miss last week, I'm gonna pull some things in here. What did I drop on the floor? Hang on, I dropped something. Oh, that's gonna be my project for tonight. For the first time ever, Stampin' Up! Has just offered some online exclusive products. This Rhino Ready bundle comes with, there are, hang on, I gotta tip it in the light. I think it says 17. Is that right? Yes, 17. 17 dies in this pack that go with this adorable little rhinoceros stamp set called Rhino Ready. These are only online. I've had a few people ask me, how can they order them? You go to my online store, go to Stampin' Up, and then search for Kelly Acheson. Somebody searched for me in Menasha, Wisconsin. I'm actually in Sarasota, Florida right now, but I will be back in Wisconsin. We're gonna be leaving here on April 15th. So if you search for Kelly Acheson, Sarasota, Florida, or Menasha, Wisconsin, you're gonna find me. And then you just do a search. You type in Rhino Ready, or you can click on the online exclusives, which is the first thing that comes across the page in my online store. But I have some super cute little projects that we made last week. I've got a pretty little envelope and this adorable little card. And there's that little rhinoceros. Isn't he cute? He's sitting down with his little party hat on. And then here is my little fun fold. This is designer paper. So you can see both sides of it. This is a great way to display both sides of the paper, right? Now, whoops, I dropped my envelope. Not only did I make that one, but I also used the other side of the paper on my envelope flap. And then I have this little rhinoceros that's standing up with a bird on his back. So here's both of them so you can see them. They're the same exact card, and I just changed that little rhino. So if you're looking for the instructions, the template, the measurements and scoring, you're gonna find this on my blog, and that's at www.AStampAbove.com. You can just do a search for that. We made those last week on my live. Also, we took the Enjoy the Rhythm stamp set and we made this little bridge card. These are really fun. Let me get this bent the right way. They stand up on a table just like this, but when you go to put them in an envelope, they fold flat. So they go right inside the little decorated envelope. These will fit right in there, right inside the envelope. So this is actually my March kit class. I'm using this particular Like an Animal Designer Series paper and also the Enjoy the Rhythm stamp set. I'll be sharing some details with you about that. So not only did I make this purple one, this is Highland Heather, but I also made a polished pink one. So we've got pink and we've got purple in a bridge card. These are very fun and super easy to make. And then the last thing I was gonna refresh you with from last week is the Enjoy the Adventure Memory Amour card pack. These are actually made for scrapbooking. They're little 3x4 and 4x6 cards. This is a 4x6 card, this is a 3x4 card, and I just modified a little bit and made these really cute cards. You get card bases and printed envelopes. These are really fun. And I have a kit using these also. So I'll share a little bit about that with you as soon as we get the camera turned around. Let me move these out of the way. Pick up all my stuff that I dropped on the floor. But this Rhino Ready is an online exclusive bundle. I haven't used this yet. This is called Tropical Leaf and the Tropical Leaf Punch. This is another online exclusive bundle available in my online store. And then we've got these Radiating Stitches dies. Look at those. Aren't those fun? Oh my goodness. I haven't used these yet either, but don't worry. I will. I'm excited about that. Okay, I think that I am ready to, who said tax time? Sandra said tax time. Sandra, I finished my taxes while I was home last week, and I should report to you that I heard from my accountant and she told me that I have a refund, so that's exciting. I pay estimated taxes, so I overpaid the government, and she's just going to apply that to my next quarterly estimated taxes. But that was good news because I also told you that Steve bought a truck last week, so there's that. Yeah. Okay, I think we're ready to turn the camera around. And again, you guys, this is going to be sideways. There's, you know, I'm going to be in the wrong format, but we're going to have to make do with it. So hang tight while I figure this out. Don't push any buttons. That's what I need to not do. Let's see. Here we go. Now I'm watching my screen to see what happens here. I don't know if I can, yeah, that's not gonna matter if I put it sideways or not. I'm gonna have to work sideways. We're gonna try it this way for just a bit and see what happens. I'm really sorry, I apologize that this happened, but it is what it is, right? Things just don't always go perfect, especially in a live video. This is my current host code. If you place an order with me and your order is under $150, I really appreciate you using this host code. That really helps me out. If your order is over $150, do not use that host code. You're gonna get some rewards from Stampin' Up, and I definitely want you to have those. Let me plug my phone in here so we at least don't have any problems with that. And we're gonna see how this works. Yeah, it looks like this is giving you a lot more screen than I see on my phone. So I'm gonna tip that just a little bit more. Okay, one of the things that oops, let's see, which way is this gonna go? I don't know. You know what, I think I'm just gonna have to turn this the other way so that it doesn't get real weird. So hang tight. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to work like this tonight, you guys, and I just certainly apologize, but it's gonna be the best way. Okay, I wanted to share with you this colorful kaleidoscope kit. We have some fantastic kits. These are also online exclusive products, but let's see. Let me see if I can find a piece of colored cardstock here that doesn't have anything on the back. Here is a fantastic little thank you stamp set that comes with this kit. It's got a whole bunch of thank you sentiments in it. I know some of them are upside down, some of them aren't. It comes with a little gray granite Stampin' Spot, and it comes with everything in this kit to make all of these beautiful cards. So I just wanted to open this up because I haven't even opened it up yet, and share with you what a kit looks like. These are really fun. They make great gifts too. And they come with everything you need to make a whole bunch of cards. Look, we even get mini glue dots. Isn't that cool? So this part, don't throw this away. First of all, we can always use some cardboard, right? But here's a nice piece of cardboard. I'm just gonna throw that over there. Here's the cards for the kit, and inside here are all the instructions on how to make them. I love these kits. I think they're fantastic. My stepdaughter, Stephanie, that was just in here, she said that she just sat down and put together a whole bunch of kits that she's purchased. And she just has a crafting day, and she crafted all of these kits up. And now she has a whole bunch of kits for the boys' birthdays. But this one even comes with a acrylic block. It's got some embellishments, some mini dimensionals in here. Ooh, look at these card bases. These are the card bases. They're already scored for you. Colored on the outside, white on the inside. Here's both of these. Aren't these pretty? They're so pretty. I love this one because it's really colorful. Here's the envelopes. They're colored with printed insides. Isn't that fun? Gorgeous. Then these must have, oh yeah, look at that one. Okay, so these are some adhesive strips that you're going to use to make these cards. We've got some gold foil. These are all die cut. They just pop right out of here to go on the cards. Here's some banners, same thing. These just pop right out of here. What I do when I'm doing these is I'll stamp, 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 and then I'll pop these out of there, and that's what the dimensionals are for. Now let's take a look at these laser cut. These are the fronts for some of the cards. These are so pretty. Okay, here's one. Look at how pretty that is. Whoa.
Okay, so that card goes right on here. And I'm thinking there's a layer in here. Let's see. I'm wrong. Look at, you get 9 different cards and 9 cards, 3 of each. Look at that laser cut. Isn't that pretty? And it tells you exactly how to make these in the instructions. And then of course, we have those banners in here so you can stamp your sentiments on there. I love these. Everything's in here. Everything is in here except glue. Glue and scissors is the only thing that you need to go with one of these kits. So it's pretty cool. You have to watch to see what's included in the kits because sometimes they don't have, let's say, the block. But if you just watch and look at the details to see what's in the kit, it tells you everything that's in it. And again, this one is called Colorful Kaleidoscope Kit, one of our newest ones. So yeah, Audrey says those laser cuts are so pretty. It is beautiful. Denise just got this kit. And yes, it does look like a kaleidoscope, and that's what it's called, Colorful Kaleidoscope Kit. So I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, let's get busy. I'm going to keep watching my iPad screen over here, so hopefully I can keep you on my screen. This is a very weird format for us tonight. I wanted to remind you that on the, let's see, where's my calendar? The 25th and 26th, I am part of a global stamp camp, and it's all virtual. It's all online. And you can get this for free when you place a $30 order in my online store. So the global tutorial is going to be using the exclusive online Hello Irresistible paper, loose dots, and the bundle. I think we also use a couple of these embossing folders, the new basic 3D embossing folders. These are some of the products that are part of that online exclusive products that are available on my Stampin' Up! Store. Some of these items are on back order right now. We are going to be getting more in. So you can order anything you want in my online store as long as your order before tax and shipping reaches $30, and you will get this online stamp camp for free. It's going to be pictures, written instructions with dimensions, and also a video tutorial for each of the 12 cards, all using the Hello Irresistible. And I've seen these cards. They're gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. The next thing I wanted to mention to you is our Stamp Happy Academy. If you're a stamper, this is one of the best stamping websites available to you. A basic membership is only $19.95. We add 4 new online classes every month. Right now on our Stamp Happy Academy website, we have over 100 classes available to you when you join with a basic subscription. Our premium subscription is $34.95. It includes all of those online classes plus 3 live stamping events. So you get 4 classes plus 3 more live classes on there that are done throughout the month. There's a schedule. And if you can't make it to the live class, of course, they are recorded and posted on the website. So you have access to them for as long as you are a member. These memberships also include special events like catalog kickoffs. Once you have been a member for 3 months, it is a gift to you to get the catalog kickoff or special events for free for your continued support. So it's kind of a reward for being with us for 3 months or more. You can find all the information about Stamp Happy Academy at stamphappyacademy.ning.com. Check it out. Just go check it out. There's some videos there that kind of give you a tour of what it's all about, tells the difference between the memberships. We also have a live only membership where you only get the 3 live classes every month. That's super fun too. And when you subscribe to one of these memberships, you can continue to have access to all of these classes as long as you maintain your subscription. So it's pretty cool. All right. Next thing, I just wanted to mention that I have a few of the Adorable Owls online class. You can get this class for $45. It contains 6 cards. You get pre-cut cardstock pack with it, plus polished dots and fresh freesia ribbon for $45. We use the Adorable Owls stamp set and also the Happy Labels bundle. If you don't have either of those, you can add them on. You can get both of those stamp sets for $76 with the entire kit. That also includes the Into the Clouds embossing folder, or you can get just the dots, the ribbon, and the cardstock for $45. So super fun class. I have a couple of those left. Then we combined the Easter Bunny with the Thanks a Bunch, and we have a class called Carrots and Bunnies. Again, you can get the kit. It has the designer paper, the linen thread, and pastel backed or adhesive back sequence for $45, or you can get the entire bundle for $82. Now, the bunny punch is out of stock right now, but it is coming back in, so this kit would ship as soon as that's available. These are not all Easter cards. There's lots of thank you cards with the carrots combined with the bunny rabbits. It's a super cute class. And again, all online class. You can do it whenever you'd like. Then we have the Enjoy the Adventure, which I just showed you some extra idea cards using the Enjoy the Adventure Memories and More card pack, which is what this is. We also used the printed cards and envelope pack that goes with that. Here's a couple samples. These are just extra ideas. They're not actually the class cards. That class comes with 6 different designs. You get to make 2 of each for a total of 12. You get all of this in your packet, plus a half a roll of gingham ribbon, a half a roll of pool party ribbon, videos for all the cards. It's super, super fun. You can also add on the limited edition stamp set for an additional $23. I did use that in the class. And then we have Sweet Citrus. Sweet Citrus uses the Sweet Citrus stamp set and the dies. It also comes with flat adhesive back pearls, a pack of small blending brushes, a pack of Stampin' Spritzers, dimensionals, 8 envelopes. You get 8 cards, 4 different designs, 2 of each. That kit is $54. You can add on the bundle for an additional $61. I have just a few of those left. Oh, here's a picture. I forgot I had a picture of all of this. So here's all the goodies. We're using the Flowers and More Designer Series paper. Super, super fun. And I have one more of these left. Kathy, who is at home in Wisconsin, told me you only have one more of these AlphaBest class kits left. And this has the AlphaBest stamp set and punch. You can get the option number 1, or you can order the option number 2 for $45. You get the Memories and More cards that go with this, half a pack of rhinestones, and there are 9 different cards in here. So really a fun class for that one. Okay, that's it for classes. Now, where do you find all the information for these classes? You're going to go to my blog. Hang on, I'm going to wiggle you for just a second because this is kind of messed up. www.AStampAbove.com, and then you're going to just look for online classes and click on the link. It's in the right-hand column. It's in the center. As you scroll down, you'll find it all over the place. Whew, are we ready to stamp, you guys? I think I need a drink. Yay! My bottle is still squeaking. I have tried everything to make this thing stop squeaking. What are you guys drinking tonight? I've got, of course, strawberry lemonade, but I do have to tell you that the mango margaritas around here are amazing. Not what I'm drinking tonight. I need to be on my game, not foggy from some tequila, right? Nobody needs any of that. But you are going to hear me when I take a drink, and I apologize. I think it sounds disgusting, but it is what it is. Okay, first things first. I think we're going to do this fun little card first. We're going to be using the Petal Park stamp set along with the Petal Park Builder Punch. This is a real fun little flower punch. And then I use the sentiments out of the Sentimental Park stamp set. Now this is a bundle in itself. It comes with dies, but I only use the sentiments in here. This is my March online class. Uses this with these sentiments. You're going to find information about that on my blog also, www.AStampAbove.com. I'm also going to bring in some rhinestone basic jewels. I always forget, deckled rectangle dies. I always forget the name of these. We're going to be using those with this card. I have a whole bunch of cards to share with you. Don't let me forget to do that because sometimes I forget. We're going to use Calypso Coral ink, black and white gingham ribbon. Let me get my stamp set out here. Little bit of Wink of Stella, and also Mango Melody and Crumb Cake ink. And the Brights Designer Series paper. Oh, I didn't realize you guys can like totally see me way back here. That's weird. I'll have to make sure I don't scratch one of my girls or something like that, because that would be kind of rude. Okay, I'll try to control myself. We're going to be using the Mango Melody 6x6 Designer Series paper. And again, this is from the Brights Designer Series paper. I'm just looking at some comments here. Ta-da-da! Okay, good. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. All right, here comes my card stock. Now, this card is really fun. It's a really fun layout. I've got a card base of Crumb Cake. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm just going to fold that and burnish the edge good. So here's our card base. We also have an envelope. Okay, just a basic white envelope. A piece of 4 by 5.25 basic white for the inside. And then I took my deckled rectangles, and you can see that I used the 3rd from the largest and the 4th from the largest. I used these two sizes to, whoops, I would have never found that if I would have put that back in my bucket, to cut out black out of the bigger one and basic white out of the smaller one. And then I've got a scrap of white here. Well, I guess I've got 2 scraps of white. I'm not sure why. Oh, this is in case I mess up, I think. Oh, no, that's right. Never mind, you guys. You guys know what this is. This is the inside of my card. Good grief. Okay, so we're going to do some stamping here. That's what we're here for, right? All right. Crumb Cake ink. I'm going to take that. I reached out on a limb here and I thought, can I use Crumb Cake for my leaf image? Because I think it would look pretty cool. And I decided that since this was my class tonight, that I could definitely use Crumb Cake. You guys will let me know if you like it. So I am going to take this and I'm going to stamp it right on this deckled die cut. And doesn't that look interesting? I thought Crumb Cake, that's interesting. All right, then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my card base and we're going to stamp some of these elements on here. And let's see, I think I want to do this one right here. Let's bring that ink in here. And I'm going to come in, this is the top of my card. I'm just going to come in and I'm going to stamp just a little bit like that. And then I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to come in and I'm going to stamp this corner just like that. Okay. This is just going to add some neat interest, I think. Then, oh, I know. We're going to take this white layer. We'll get back to that. We're going to take this white layer and we are going to get out our, do I want to use mango? I think I want to use mango for this part. We're going to stamp a sentiment, and you can use any sentiment. I just grabbed the thanks, and I'm going to stamp that right down here with mango ink. And then I'm going to come back into this Crumb Cake, and I'm going to take these images. I'm just going to ink up one end of it here, and I'm going to come in, and I'm going to stamp that right here on the edge. Now, I'm going to turn it around and grab the other edge. I don't want this to look real uniform. I just want it to look, not uniform. That makes sense, right? And I'm going to move this around just a little bit so it doesn't look uniform. And that's going to be the inside of my card. Isn't that pretty? I love this. All right. We're going to add this right to the inside of our card. with some liquid glue. I have a whole bunch of cards using this Petal Park bundle to share with you. So that's always fun, right? I was actually involved in a swap with just this bundle. So I've got a whole bunch of ideas there. Okay, let's get to this part. So here's what we're gonna do with this. I'm gonna take this and I'm going to put it in right about here. This is where I want this, okay? So I'm gonna bring this around to the other side. And where did I've got 2 pairs of scissors. Here they are. These are my paper scissors. I'm just gonna come down in here and I'm gonna cut this a little bit bigger than my layer just so that I can work with it, okay? Before I do anything else, I'm actually going to glue this on here. So let's grab our liquid glue. I'm gonna keep it kind of away from the edge that I'm gonna trim with my scissors, but I'm gonna go all the way up to that corner. I'm gonna bring it back in here. And, oops, let's see. I want this to kind of go, just like that. That's what I'm gonna do. Doesn't that look weird? It does look weird, doesn't it? And now I'm just gonna trim this. And I'll show you where I got this idea. This was actually a layout on a swap card that I got, and I just found it so interesting looking. It's just a little bit different than anything I've ever made. Look at that. Isn't that neat? I think that's totally cool. Okay, let's get the rest of our card done here. We're gonna set that aside. I'm gonna set this off to the side. And now we're gonna take that scrap of white. I'm gonna use Calypso Coral. My, where'd my stamp set go? Right here. My Petal Park stamp set is a two-step stamp set. Gosh, I couldn't get the words out. So we've got these leaves, we've got some leaves that we've got outline images, we've got solid images for the inside. We've also got the same thing with the flowers and the individual leaves and these little flowers and this little element right down here. So we're gonna stamp the outside flowers with our darker color, which is the Calypso Coral. Now remember, anytime you're using a punch, I always like to look at my punch and see, how am I gonna stamp my flowers? Am I gonna stamp them like this? No, because when you put that punch in, it's not gonna fit. I'm gonna stamp them like this so that my punch will fit in there. And I'll show you what I mean in just a second. Aren't these images so pretty? Now we're gonna go with our Mango Melody, and we're gonna use that solid two-step stamp image. I can't remember if I stamped this off once. I think I did. I'm gonna stamp this off once, and then I'm gonna come in here. Now, I might get my head in the way, but I have to see what I'm doing here. Get this lined up. I think that looks pretty good. Oh, I think I hit it perfect. Oh, I did. Look how pretty that is. You don't even have to color these flowers because we've got a stamp for them, which is very cool. Okay, let me move those out of the way. We're gonna bring our punch in here. Kitty Wampus. Yes, Audrey says she's all about Kitty Wampus, and that's what this layout is. It's kind of Kitty Wampus. That's one of my favorite redneck words. Okay, we're gonna get this lined up and we're gonna punch our flowers. And then we're gonna take all of these pretty little flowers and we're gonna put some dimensionals on the back of them. I just grabbed a new sheet. Here we go. I'll do one here. Whoops. One here. I already pulled the back off that one, and a mini on this little one. Okay. We're gonna grab that big flower and we're going to set it right here in the opening. They've left an opening for us. And if my phone is too far away, don't worry you guys, I'll pick it up so you can see it a little better. I'm gonna put this other flower right here in this opening. And then this little tiny flower is gonna go right over here in this opening. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? Next, we're going to take that Wink of Stella. Oh, I love Wink of Stella. And I thought about painting my flowers, But I thought, won't it look a little more interesting if I paint just some of my leaves with the glitter pen? And you could probably do that before you put these flowers on here. That would make more sense, wouldn't it, Kelly? I kind of forgot. I'll hold this up for you so you can see it. There we go. I hope you can see just that little bit of glimmer on those leaves. It really does make a difference in real life. Now I'm gonna take this and add it to my black layer that's also die cut with the decal die. I love that pop of black just always makes me happy. And then, dimensionals please. Oh, I set them right over here so I wouldn't lose them. Goodness gracious, we're gonna put these on dimensionals. This layer, I should say. Audrey says she can zoom in and see all the details, so I'm glad to hear that. Some people don't know how to do that, but yes, you certainly can do that. And I've got my take your pick tool. How many of you use this take your pick tool like I do for just about anything little? I use it for mini glue dots, I use it for my dimensionals, I use it for my embellishments, I use it for just about everything. Now we're gonna take this and we're gonna center this on our card, just like that. Oh my gosh, I love these colors. What do you guys think of the colors? I'm gonna try to get it up here a little bit closer. Love, 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 yay! Okay, then we are going to grab some of this gingham ribbon. And I'm gonna tie a bow with my gingham ribbon. There we go. Here we go. And get my ribbon scissors here, and I'll trim this off a little bit more probably. Grab my mini glue dots. Here comes that take your pick tool again. You guys notice I just opened up a new roll? Oh, it's so satisfying. I know, it's just the weird little things that make me happy. And I think what I'm gonna do is tuck this right up in here. So I've kind of put my glue dot under the edge of that flower. And I'm gonna bring that bow kind of up in there. I'm gonna trim this off just a little bit more. Just like that. And then we need some embellishments, right? You know what I haven't used in a long, long time? Some good old rhinestones. And I thought that is gonna be the ticket because you get a whole bunch in a pack. And so you don't have to feel like you need to be chintzy with them. I'm gonna grab some big rhinestones. Whoops. We've got large, medium, and very small. Teeny weeny ones. And I'm just gonna kind of keep going with the rhinestones because I think they're so pretty and it really does glitz up your card. And then we've got that Wink of Stella that you probably can't see, but it's there, in there also. Super pretty, right? We also need to do a little bit of decorating on our envelope. You know, I believe the party should start when people open up their mailbox. So we have to do a little something there. And what I decided would be really nice is the crumb cake with the leaf images. And I'm just gonna do it kind of right over here off the side. We got just a little bit. Oh, I need more than that. Hang on. I'll do a little bit more here. How about right like that? Ah, don't you think that's pretty? What do you guys think? I was a little unsure about my colors, but I thought the crumb cake and using the crumb cake on the leaves was kind of different and fun. And I really do love this layout. So let me close these up. I'm going to show you the other cards that I have here. Clean up some of my mess. Get this out and this out. Where did my, oh, my thanks is in there already, so that's good. And I'll leave this right up here because you never know when we might need that Wink of Stella again, right? And my rhinestones. Good grief. Come on. There we go. Okay. This was the sample that I made for you guys. And on this one, I used the
color. Poppy Parade. I used Poppy Parade on this one. And then I did Poppy Parade for the outline of my flowers and then just stamped off once and did the inside of my flowers. And again, I've got the Wink of Stella on those leaves, rhinestones. Here's my inside. I just think these are so pretty. I love these cards. I love this layout. I hope you'll give it a try. You can use any multitude of designer series paper for this, and I'll show you where I got my idea. This card was made by one of my team members, Wendy Sue. Look at how cute that is, right? And it's the exact same card layout that I use. This is where I got the idea from. So one of the big reasons I love doing card swaps is to get all kinds of ideas. I get color combination ideas. I get layout ideas. I get technique ideas when I get card swaps. And I thought I fell in love with this. So Wendy Sue, thank you so much. I don't know if you're watching tonight, but I absolutely love this layout. And I'm so glad that I was able to use it with my Petal Park bundle tonight. Okay, so that's where that came from. Let's see, where's the rest of the stuff for, here it is. So the Petal Park, this particular bundle with the punch is my March online class that I do with Barb and Dina. We're using this bundle, and then because there's no sentiments in here, we decided to use this. Now you can use whatever sentiments you want in the online class, but this bundle is also available if you want to add it on. They are a whole suite. We're also using the Glassy Dots assortment for our embellishments, the Cane 3D embossing folder, which is, you know, absolutely gorgeous, the Brights Designer Series paper, and all of the details are on my blog. But this is one of my online classes. We're going to be making 6 different cards. You get a pre-cut cardstock pack and all the details to make all of those cards. So I just wanted to mention that to you. That is available for registration right now on my website, www.AStampAbove.com. So, okay, now I'm going to show you the other cards. If you guys remember a while back, I made this one. This is a cute little fun fold. You'll find this on my blog. I used a whole bunch of the different designer series paper that is part of this suite. Here's another one. This was by, I think, yep, this is by Sue Souza. She's also one of my team members. So that one's really pretty also. Great way to use up those scraps. Here comes another one. Super fun. I love a stamp set with punch. And look how they just only used one set of the leaves here instead of the whole thing. They only used half of that leaf stamp. I thought that was really interesting. Then we have this one, pretty colors. And this one. And this one. Oh, they used the decal on this too. Super pretty. This one. Oh, this is part of the Sentimental Park, which is the word set and the dies from that. These are the dies that are in there. This is another die from the Sentimental Park. Pretty. This one. Again, the die from the Sentimental Park that is part of this suite. And then this last one. What do you guys think? I love being able to show you all these ideas. And these were all swap cards that I received. So super fun. Okay, let me set this aside. I need to make sure I set this stuff so nobody trips over it. Yeah, I tripped over my stuff earlier tonight. Everybody's like, are you okay? I'm like, yep, I didn't fall down. I just tripped. Okay, next up. Oh, so fun. Let me move these. We are going to be making a really cool card. We're going to be using the Stylish Shapes dies, the adhesive backed studs. We've got some black dimensionals here, Bermuda Bay ink,
I've got all of my embossing things here. We've got Versamark ink, we've got the metallic embossing powders, and I never remember what this tray is called. It's called like the Embossing Editions Toolkit or something like that, so I keep this in there. Embossing Editions Toolkit. And if I have it turned over the right way, I don't have to look at that and look like I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Good grief, that backfired. I've also got the beautiful gold shimmer ribbon. And hang on a second, where's my stamp set? Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. We're going to be using that Enjoy the Rhythm stamp set again for a really cool card. And then I've got this made in several colors. So excited to share that with you. And then I'll show you where I got the idea for this card because it came from another layout from a swap card. Okay, let's get all the bits and pieces out here. And my stamp set. I'll set that right over here. Now, you guys know, oh, hang on. I talked to you last week about my Enjoy the Rhythm kit class. The Merry Melody embossing folder is going to be part of it, as well as the Like an Animal specialty designer series paper, because I thought these animal prints went really cool with the whole rock and roll theme, right? So this information is all on my blog. The kit includes the designer series paper, the adhesive backed studs, the gold shimmer ribbon. You get one blending brush. You get 8 envelopes. There's going to be 8 cards for different designs, and you make 2 of each. Plus, you can add on the stamp set, and I don't have that price. I think it's $23 with tax and shipping. And you're going to get a pre-cut cardstock pack to make 8 cards. So, super fun class. I just wanted to make sure that you know about that. Let me set this stuff back down here. Again, all of that information for that class can be found on my blog. Okay, let's get the stamp set back in here and all of our little pieces. So we're going to be using Bermuda Bay for our card base, and this is 8.5 by 5.5. We're actually going to do a little bit of scoring. This particular card uses some score lines as part of the element of the card. So I'm going to go with 4 1/4. So that would be scoring our card in half, right? And then we're going to score at 4 1/2 and 4 3/4. Now, if you have the Simply Scored scoreboard, I would recommend using it. Your score lines are just a little bit deeper, but I don't have mine here in Sarasota with me, so this worked pretty good. Now we're going to do 8 inches and 8 1/4. So what we've done here is we've made score lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope you can see those in the light. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our card and we're going to put it in here like this, and we're going to score it just on the front. So from the first score line here down, we're going to score it at 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. Oops, I'm doing it on the wrong side. Hang on. 1/4 inch. You want to do it the same way you did it before, and I actually turned my card over when I put it in here, and I didn't mean to do that. So I'm going to push that in there. That looks good. And then 1/2 inch. We're going to do that on both sides, just on the part that we've already scored. So this is going to be the front of our card right here. So now I'm going to turn that around, and I'm going to do 1/4 inch from the bottom up to that last score line, which is our center of our card, and then 1/2 inch. Okay, so this is one side, this is the other side. This is raised. Oh, that one didn't score too much. Hang on. That's why your scoreboard is a better option for this. We did that. We're going to do this. I'm just going to score that again because it really didn't get a very deep impression. And then we'll do that second one at 1/2 inch. Scoreboard gives you a deeper impression for this. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna make the raised side my card front, okay? Can you guys see that? It's really cool in person. Regardless of whether you can see that or not, you're gonna like this card. I'm gonna turn it over to the back and I'm going to burnish that edge because I don't wanna push those score lines out with my bone folder, right? So I turned it over and did that, okay? Now, we have a piece of basic black. This is 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. And then a piece of basic white that is 2 3/4 by 4. We're gonna use this to stamp on. Then I cut my Like an Animal designer series paper, and I cut this at 1 by 2 3/4. Then I have a little 1/2 inch piece by 2 3/4 of Bermuda Bay. I've got a 1/2 inch piece by 5 1/4 and a 1 inch by 5 1/4. These are for the insides of my card. And my inside, 4 by 5 1/4, and then of course an envelope. Now, this is actually my black layer. This is a scrap. So we're gonna do a little bit of embossing here. I'm gonna grab my Versamark ink pad. We're gonna use gold embossing powder and my little tray and all my little goodies. This Embossing Additions Toolkit comes with a tray, an embossing buddy, reverse tweezers with ceramic ends so that your handles don't get hot on you, and a little brush. So we want to make sure that we wipe our layer with our embossing buddy. We're going to take our Versamark ink and I'm going to stamp You Rock My World. I'm going to stamp that right on here. And then we're going to use gold embossing powder. I'm going to sprinkle that on here. Anything left in here, you can take the lid off the end and tap it right back into your container nicely. I love these trays, they're fantastic. Put my lid back on here. I'm gonna set that back in there and this, and then of course this, so I remember what this thing is called. Not gonna lie. Okay, now I have my tool, heat tool, way back here. And I brought my old clunky one along that doesn't have a guard on it, so I have to be careful so I don't burn myself. But the new ones have 2 speeds on them, a high and a low, and I really like that. So let me grab my tweezers so I don't burn myself, and we're gonna emboss this. Did you see that magic happen? That's always my favorite part of embossing, is watching that turn. I'm gonna set that back over there so nobody trips over it. And what did I do with my, did anybody see what I did with that embossing tray? I have no idea. Oh, there it is. Okay. So now I'm gonna take the smallest circle from my stylish circle, or my stylish shapes dies, and I am going to die cut this. And when I do that, it looks just like that. Embossing powder never gets old. I know, right? Okay, here we go. Now we've got all the little elements ready to roll here. We have a little bit more stamping to do. Hang on. This piece fits on here. And then we're gonna take this and put it on the front also. So I'm gonna get that ready to go. I'm gonna use the gold side here, but you do have 2 sides to the paper. I want gold because I use gold here, and I've got gold ribbon. So we're gonna take our liquid glue, and I am going to just run a bead of liquid glue down one side of this 1 by 2 3/4 inch piece of the Like an Animal Designer Series specialty paper. And I'm just gonna put that on there like that, okay? Then we're going to, I almost glued it, but we're just gonna dry fit it. We're just gonna set this right over to the far edge of this white layer because now we're gonna stamp. And I'm gonna grab my black ink, make sure I don't have any on my fingers, and use this drum set. I love this image. I think it's so cool. So I have to tell you guys, the night before Stephanie and Lee flew here, Stephanie did a show with her band, and her son Porter, my grandson, is 15, and he actually plays in a heavy metal band, and he plays the guitar. And I guess they opened for Stephanie's band, and they did such a good job that they've been getting a bunch of calls of other venues that want to book them. So it was like their first big show. How exciting for them. And I've never been able to see him play. I can't wait until I'm home, hopefully the next time he gets to play someplace, so we can watch. And Stephanie said, well, I don't know how much you'll like the music because it's heavy metal, but it'll be Porter, and I can't wait to see him play. So this is what we've done so far. We're going to glue this right on to our black layer. Ooh, Michelle said she saw someone ink up the white part of the gold paper with black, and it was really pretty. Yeah. I can't wait to do a bunch of stuff. This was white and silver, and I inked it up with the polished pink, and then I used Highland Heather on this one. This paper is super fun, and that's why I chose it also, because it's animal print. I thought it'd go good with the whole rock and roll thing, but also for all of the different opportunities to use that blending brush that comes in the kit to change the background color of the foil embossed layers. So isn't that cool? I think this just looks really neat. So we have that, and now I am going to, I think I'm gonna add this directly to my card front, not with dimensionals. We're gonna do this. We're gonna center it right in between all these score lines, and I'll hold this up again so you can see those score lines because they are pretty cool looking when you catch it in the light. And of course, in real life, you can see it pretty good on here too. Then we're gonna take this layer, and I'm going to grab my ribbon. Hang on just a second, I gotta move some things out of the way here. Whoops, sorry about that, that was kind of loud. We're gonna grab this ribbon and grab my ribbon scissors, and I'm going to just do a little pinch like this. And I want this to go both the same way. I cut that wrong. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna put this on the back of my embossed layer with a little bit of tape. You could use mini glue dots, whatever. I always have tape at my fingertips, so I tend to head right to that. Look at how cute is that, right? And then we're gonna grab a couple black dimensionals. You guys know that when you order the black dimensionals, you not only get full-size black dimensionals, but you also get minis in the same package. So you get 2 pages of these and 2 pages of the minis. I love these things. Okay. Take Your Pick tool has run off. Does anybody see it here? Here it is. And we're gonna get these ready to go right on the front of our card, and I'm gonna put that right down here. I can't hardly wait to give this to him. You rock my world. Okay, now, white inside. Here's what we're gonna do with the inside. I am going to use Enjoy the Rhythm of Each Day. Now, I could make this a birthday card, but I already have several birthday cards with this set. So I wanted to do something, just a general all occasion card. And I'm gonna put this right up here and hope I got it straight. Woohoo, winning. And then I'm gonna take that Bermuda Bay and I'm going to use my guitar, and I'm gonna stamp that right up here. Look how cool that looks, right? Then as long as we have this out, I'm gonna do that on my envelope. And then we've got the musical notes here in the Enjoy the Rhythm, and we're gonna go black with that. And then I'm gonna stamp that right over my guitar. Isn't that kind of a cool look? I love this. Yeah, Pam says she didn't realize that about the black dimensionals. Yeah, you get big ones and small ones in the same pack. It's pretty cool. Now, remember these two pieces? I have a 1/2 inch piece and a 3/4 inch piece. I said this was an inch before, but it's really 3/4. So I'm gonna glue those two together. I didn't wanna glue white on white, right? Because the background of this is white. So I made the little strip of Bermuda to make that pop a little bit. Get that centered, just like that. And then this piece right here, this Bermuda piece is longer than it needs to be, but I'll just trim it off. We're gonna put this right on the bottom, right? I firmly believe when you open a card, the party should not end. So we have a more party going on inside of this card, not just the front. Same with the envelopes, right? When somebody opens up their mailbox, they should automatically see something pretty in there when you send them a card. So don't forget, no naked envelopes, no naked insides. Here we go. Here we go. We still have some embellishments to do. So let's do that. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the black ones. We'll do a little triangle. I'll hold this up in just a second too, because you'll be able to see this a little bit better. And we'll do one of these. There's three different elements on here. We've got these triangle or diamonds. They're not triangles, they're diamonds. Dots, black and silver, and then these rectangles also. And these silver, they're like a flat brushed silver, I guess is what you would call it. So we're gonna do another little embellishment right down there. What do you guys think? Isn't that fun? I love this. Now, I'm gonna make, in this class, there'll be some feminine cards, but I always find people have a hard time making masculine cards. So the cards that I'm going to design, depending on what color you use, you can make them feminine or masculine, either way. But I know men, like grown men, not teenagers like my Porter, they really enjoy rock star cards, because who doesn't want to know that you rock their world, right? You rock my world. So fun card. Now, I also made this one. Let me move this out of the way. I also, made this card. This is out of shaded spruce. I stamped my envelope a little different. I've got one of the stylish shaped banners on here. And I took my gold shimmer ribbon and I colored it with the black Stampin' Write marker. I didn't want it to be gold because my zebra is silver. And I also put the embellishments on here, and also the score lines are on this card. It's the same card, and it's a happy birthday card with a shaded spruce. Isn't that cool? That's a nice masculine card. And then here is a real red one, and I took my real red Stampin' Blend marker and colored some of the black and white gingham, made my ribbon black and red. I used the opposite side of the metallic side of the zebra paper. So this is just the other side of the paper that's not embossed. I used the silver embellishments on there. And here's my inside. I took this and put it over here instead of down here. And I just thought that looked really neat too. So these are additional ideas for the Enjoy the Rhythm online class. These are not going to be part of the class. These are extra ideas, because I always love to do that, give you lots of ideas. If you're going to invest in a kit that includes the stamp set, I want you to have lots of ideas to be able to use that stamp set with when you're done making your kit cards. So we have those. We have this fun layout using the Petal Park bundle that is a part of my online class in March. So if you would like to sign up, you can register for either one of these classes. You get to choose if you want to add on the stamp sets or the bundles to your kits, or you can just order the kit. Thank you, Cynthia said, what fun cards. Thank you so much. Okay, is there anything I missed tonight, you guys? Kelly, do you know if there are dies to go with this set? With the Enjoy the Rhythm, there are not. This is just an individual set. But I have cut out, well, on here, on this card, I cut out the guitar. Super easy to cut out. So definitely an option. But there is not a set of dies to go with the Enjoy the Rhythm. So thank you for asking, Pam. Not a problem. I'm just looking to see if I missed any other comment. Looking. Okay. I think I read that already. Thursday snowstorm late last night. Oh, Kathy, snowy Minnesota. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. More snowstorms. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. That's it from me tonight. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your Sunday night to spend with me. You guys know that I love being here with you. And I will be live again on the 26th, which is next Sunday of March. Please make sure that if you'd like to get in on the stamp camp, we have a stamp camp, a virtual stamp camp. Anybody all over the world can join the stamp. Well, no, you can't. Never mind. You have to be in the United States to join the stamp camp. A $30 order in my online store, which you can find on my blog. A $30 order will qualify you for this free stamp camp. That's the only way we're doing it right now. There's no option to buy a PDF file. It's just you need to place an order with me. Anybody can place an order with me. I know I always have other demonstrators say, I really want to do your stamp camp, but I'm a demonstrator. That's okay. You can go to my store and you can place an order too and get in on the free stamp camp. The cards in our 12 card tutorial are absolutely gorgeous. So if you have any questions, you guys know that I'm always here. I always wanted to, Courtney's asking if there's a new catalog retreat on the horizon. There is a new catalog kickoff that will be coming probably in May. We haven't set a date yet. We have a new catalog coming out to customers in May. Pre-order for demonstrators starts on April 4th. If you would like to join my team, you will also get to pre-order, add items to your starter kit if you decide to join on April 4th or anywhere after that. If you join my team, you can add pre-order items from the new catalog. So just know that that's an option too. I would love to have you on my team. I have a very strong team. We just had a team meeting last week and it was a blast. They're always online, so no matter where you live, you can always join the team meeting every month. We did mystery stamping. Everybody got to do show and tell and show all of their projects that they've made. And it's just a blast. It's always so much nicer to be part of something bigger. If you're a stamper sitting home by yourself, you should definitely give it a try. Join my team. Starter kit is only $99. You get to choose $125 in any product you want and be a part of something bigger. So much fun. Card challenges, swapping, mystery stamping, show and tell. It's a blast, you guys. I do a lot of things for my team that the general public never gets to see. There's so much more that goes on behind the scenes with me than the enjoyment that you guys get out of my free stamping classes on Sunday night and the occasional blog post that I'm in. So, Tania says, thank you for sharing your skill and wonderful ideas. You are so welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Have yourselves a fantastic week. Any questions? Pop me an email. My email address is Kelly, Kelly, @ AStampAbove.com. I'm always happy to help. Good night, everybody.